Welcome to Pastor Hilary Ministries, where faith meets power and breakthroughs are born. Here, we equip you with bold prayers, life-transforming teachings, and spiritual strategies to overcome every challenge life throws your way. Join us as we dive into God's Word and experience His presence like never before. Subscribe now and let's grow in faith together.
Opportunities that you almost grabbed, opportunities that almost entered your hand, but you cannot explain how it suddenly disappeared. Naturally, what we would do is just to walk away and say that we believe that another opportunity will come. But there's a reason behind such events. And that's why we are not just going to walk away. That's why we are going to address them. We're going to address them. And we are talking about what I call recapturing the escaped fishes of blessing. Luke chapter 5. Look at verse 1. And it came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret and saw two ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them and were washing their nets. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him and asked him and begged him that he would thrust a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Now, when he has left speaking, he said unto Simon, launch out into the deep. He said, throw your net into the water. He said, launch out into the deep and let down your net for a draught. He said, catch some fishes. Catch some fishes. Verse 5. Simon answering said unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night and have taken nothing. Remember, this was a lake, not a sea or river. A lake. Lake is just a body of water in one location, in one place. How can they, no matter how big the lake is, how can they throw net throughout the whole night? Not one fish. These are professionals. And right inside the lake, because normally in the night, that's when fishermen always fish. And they will throw here, move to another direction, throw, move to another direction, throw, all throughout the whole night, and not one single fish. Which means it's no longer ordinary. It's now spiritual. It's now spiritual. There's something following them. Something that did not want them to come out of that place holding any fish in their hand. And that thing must be very serious. That thing must have been very serious to carry all the fish and go and hide them somewhere. That no amount of throwing can catch one. And the Lord now stepped in, just like the Lord has stepped in for us tonight. The Lord came and said, throw your net into the deep for a draught so that you catch fishes. Simon said, we've got, nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net. So there's no harm in trial. Since you have said it, let me try it. So he now threw the net. Verse 6. And when they had this done, when they have obeyed, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes from nowhere. These are the people that throughout the whole night they have been toiling, nothing. Just one net they threw, the whole net was filled with fishes. And then that thing did not still leave them alone. That thing that made them to toil all night and caught nothing was not happy. That thing still wanted to fight. Look at what happened. And their net break. What exactly is it that started to break their net? This is a net that was made for such thing. Well constructed for such purpose. What exactly could begin to tear their net? And the moment their net break, brethren, you know what will happen? Some fishes will escape. That power just wants to make sure that, look, even though the Lord has stepped in, you are not going to carry everything the Lord gave you. We are not going to allow you to carry away all the opportunities the Lord gave you. Brethren, that's the battle we are fighting here tonight. Yoruba people call it amubo. That is, you catch the thing, it will slip away. You grab it like this, it will just disappear. So that is the battle we are fighting here tonight. Because this doesn't add up properly. For them to toil all night, you are looking about maybe 10 hours or 12 hours. Throwing net non-stop. Maybe even in an hour, let's say they throw maybe 10 times in an hour. And they throw like that, throw like that, throw like that, throw like that, throughout for about 10 or 12 hours. And not one single fish. Possibly that's not the first day such thing is happening to them. Maybe there is a common experience till the Lord stepped in. And now that they have caught so many fishes that their life is going to transform, that power says, I will not allow you to go with everything. It tore their net to make some fishes to escape. Unfortunately, the apostles did not bother about those ones that escaped. The little one they got, they were able to go home with that one. Now look at what follows. Verse 6, and when they had done this, they enclosed great and their break, verse 7, and they beckoned unto their partners, which were in the other ship, that they should come and help them. And they came and filled both the ships. So they were using two ships now, both the ships, so that they began to sink. Do you see what we are talking about? That power just want to make sure that you people will not go away with any fish from here. Instead, I will sink all of you with the boat and everything. So they began to sink. Verse 8, when Simon saw this, he fell down at Jesus' knees, saying, depart from me, for I am a sinful man, O Lord. For he was astonished. It shocked them. It doesn't happen like this. It's not normal. So they were astonished, and all that were with him at the draught of fishes which they had taken. And they struggled to even take the fish to the land. They struggled to get the fish to the land, which means there is a power in that place that was tormenting them all these years, making them to labor and toil from year to year and catching nothing. The one the Lord gave them miracle catch. That power said, you people are not going anywhere with this. If you read further in that place, the Bible said there's another, he said they abandoned everything and left and followed the Lord. They abandoned everything. Because the battle to even get it out of the water and bring it to the land was almost impossible. So sometimes, brethren, these are the kind of experiences we have in different areas of our lives, especially, and you know what fishes mean? Fishes represent blessings, especially financial blessings. It represents prosperity. That's what fishes mean. And sometimes God will give us blessings, miracles, breakthroughs, and then this kind of struggle will come in. And in the midst of the struggle, a lot of them will disappear. Some of them will go, will fall back into the water. And at the end of the day, we might end up not even having anything in our hand. That is the battle we want to fight here today. And you can see here that the handling of the fishes here led to the loss of some of the fishes. The handling. Sometimes also ourselves we are a bit careless with our this thing, because they shouldn't have called the other party. They should have struggled their own boat to drag the thing like that, or even ask the Lord to help them. And those ones that escaped, they didn't bother to capture them again. So there are different reasons why the fishes of blessing, fishes of opportunities that have been secured already, that have been caught, there are different reasons why they suddenly escape and return into the water, into the sea of humanity. The reason could range from carelessness of the people that caught the fishes, and it could also be excitement. When we are so excited about the catch, then we begin to lose the fish. And sometimes it's the biggest ones that always escape first. The biggest one, leaving only the small ones. 1 Kings chapter 20. Look at verse 28. And there came a man of God and spake unto the king of Israel. Thus said the Lord, because there was war between the king of Israel, between Israel and the king of Syria. And so the Lord helped the Israelites against the Syrians, the first war, and they defeated the Syrians. So the Lord sent a man of God, and he came to the king of Israel and said, thus said the Lord, because the Syrians have said, the Lord is the God of the hills, but he is not God of the valleys. Therefore will I deliver all this great multitude into thy hand, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. And they pitched one against the other 7 days. And so it was that in the 7th day the battle was joined, and the children of Israel slew of the Syrians 100,000 footmen in one day. 100,000. Verse 30, but the rest fled to Aphek into the city, and there a wall fell upon 27,000 of the men that were left. And Ben-Hadad fled. That was the king of Syria. He escaped. The big fish escaped. Ben-Hadad fled and came into the city, into an inner chamber. And his servant said unto him, Behold, now we have heard that the kings of the house of Israel are merciful kings. Let us, I pray thee, put sackcloth on our loins and ropes upon our head, and go out to the king of Israel. Peradventure he will save thy life. So they guided sackcloth on their loins and put ropes on their head, and came to the king of Israel and said, Thy servant Ben-Hadad said, I pray thee, let me live. And he said, Is he yet alive? He is my brother. Now the men did diligently observe whether anything would come from him, and did hastily catch it. And they said, Thy brother Ben-Hadad, then he said, Go ye bring him. Then Ben-Hadad came forth to him, and he caused him to come up into the chariot. And Ben-Hadad said unto him, The cities which thy father took from thy father, which my father took from thy father, I will restore. And thou shalt make street for thee in Damascus, as my father made in Samaria. Then said Ahab, I will send thee away with this covenant. So he made a covenant with him and sent him away. You remember the story of Ben-Hadad and Ahab? You remember the kind of insult that he insulted before they even went to the battle? He was the one that said, all your wife belong to me, all your children, they are mine, all your money. He said, yes, sir. Now he has this opportunity. And he's playing brother. He's playing brother. I pray you will not play brother here today. No matter who that person is, I don't want to know that made you to lose the fish that has entered your hand already. I don't care who that person is. It's not your brother, it's not your sister. Remember they fought the first war. This person came back for the second war, and you are calling him your brother. Why did he come back for the second war? Because he has a determination that he wants to destroy Ahab and Israel. If the war had favored him, will he hold Ahab and say, my brother? So he sent him away, verse 35. And a certain man of the sons of the prophets said unto his neighbor in the word of the Lord, Smite me, I pray thee. And the man refused to smite. He said, one of the sons of the prophet, the spirit of prophet came upon him. He said, please slap me. So that was it. I cannot slap you. And he said, and verse 36, then said he unto him, because thou hast not obeyed the voice of the Lord, behold, as soon as thou art departed from me, a lion shall slay thee. And as soon as he was departed from him, a lion found him and slew him. Just for refusing to slap him. Verse 37. Then he found another man and said, Smite me, I pray thee. And the man smote him, so that in smiting he wounded him. That's what he was waiting for. The only way the message can come out of him is to slap him and wound him. That's what will trigger the message. So that person now wounded him, verse 38. So the prophet departed and waited for the king by the way, and disguised himself with ashes upon his face. And as the king passed by, he cried unto the king, and he said, Thy servant went out into the midst of the battle, and behold, a man turned aside and brought a man unto me, and said, Keep this man. If by any means he be missing, then shall thy life be for his life, or else thou shalt pay a talent of silver. And as thy servant was busy here and there, he was gone. The big fish, Ben-Hadad of all people, entered your hand. You allow him to come into your chariot, and then you sent him away. Do you see fishes, opportunities that God will bring into our hands? Sometimes, brethren, the opportunity might not be outright blessing. It could be in the place of warfare. The Lord will give you the neck of your enemies. That this is the person not allowing you to prosper. Kill this person. Destroy this person in prayer. And then that's when we'll be so tired. We'll be so merciful. We'll be so kind that we don't want to do anything like that. And thy servant, to say, was gone. And the king of Israel said to him, So shall thy judgment be. Thyself has decided it. And he hasted and took the ashes away from his face. And the king of Israel discerned him that he was of the prophets. And he said unto him, Thus said the Lord, because thou hast let go out of thy hand a man whom I appointed to utter destruction. Somebody I have appointed for complete destruction, and I handed over the person to you to destroy him. You allowed him to go. That's a big fish slipped out of his hand. Therefore thy life shall go for his life, and thy people for his people. And the king of Israel went to his house heavy and displeased and came to Samaria. Do you see the impact of losing things, fishes that you have caught already, fishes that have entered your hand already, for them to escape? Now, where will Ahab start from now? To start to pursue Ben-Hadad? It's not possible. The fish is gone and mingled into the sea of humanity. You can't find him again. He has lost that chance. So, brethren, the prayers we are going to pray here today is both warfare and it's also recovery. Because all those opportunities that enemies played part, the enemies played part, and we lost those chances, the Lord is going to help us. Specialist angels of God are going to help us to recover them, to recapture the fishes that are gone back. They think they have escaped, they will come back. I believe that after Simon Peter experienced that first experience, as a fisherman, that experience will not depart from him forever. As a fisherman, because they know how these things work. Do you know that when next that opportunity presented himself, look at how he handled that one. Look at how he handled it. In John chapter 21, when he had another opportunity and fishes were granted unto him again, look at how he handled that one. John 21, look at verse 2. There were together Simon Peter and Thomas called Didymus and Nathanael of Cana in Galilee and the sons of Zebedee and two other of his disciples. Simon Peter said unto them, I go a-fishing. I go a-fishing. Let me go and do business. Let me go and try to get some money. Let me go and look for blessing. I go a-fishing. They said unto him, we also go with thee. They went forth and entered into a ship immediately. And that night, that thing has come back again. That thing has come back again. I thought we have abandoned this thing for how many years? That thing surfaced again. That toiling all night and catching nothing. That thing reappeared. So which means there are so many things at the background, brethren, that we might not know going on. Since we get into the new year, since we prayed all the prayers we prayed for that 7 days and we entered into the new year, I know that the dreams you have been seeing since we entered the new year, they are different. The Lord has been pointing fingers at some people and some things for you. He has been showing you some things. And what the Lord wants us to do is to quickly address those things he's showing us immediately. He wants us to address them instantly. That's why some of them have been repeating this face. You see this one, you see the person again, you see the person again. Within 3 days, you have seen the person how many times? The Lord is telling you, deal with this person quickly. Possibly Peter, they didn't have such dream. To know what is the root cause. Why adults and professionals like them will go into the sea, go into the water, and stay all night and catch nothing. Verse 4. But when the morning was now come, Jesus stood on the shore. But the disciples knew not that it was Jesus. Then Jesus said unto them, children, have ye any meat, any food? They answered him, no. So do you see what these powers want to achieve? They want to use starvation. They want to use lack. They want to use suffering to strangulate and kill everything. They said no. Verse 6. And he said unto them, cast the net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. Cast the net. They cast therefore, and now they were not able to draw it for the multitude of fishes. They were not able to draw this one. The net filled up. Miracle has happened. You know, the Lord keeps giving us miracles. The Lord enjoys giving us miracles. The Lord is nothing for him to give us miracles. But the problem is this power that will not allow us to drag it and get it home. These enemies, these attacks that will not allow us to be able to pull the whole blessing into our home. Now, they've caught multitude of fishes. They are not able to draw them. Verse 7, therefore, that disciple whom Jesus loved said unto Peter, it is the Lord. Now, when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he got his fisher's coat unto him, for he was naked, and did cast himself into the sea. He started even jumping into the sea. Just a way to get the fish home. He started jumping naked into the sea. Verse 8. And the other disciples came in a little ship, for they were not far from land, but as it were 200 cubits. They now, look at what they now did, dragging the net with fishes. This time around, no breaking, nothing. Everything get home. They were dragging the net with fishes. As soon as they were come to land, they saw a fire of coal there, and fish laid thereon, and bread. Jesus said unto them, bring of the fish which you have now caught. Simon Peter went up and drew the net to the land, full of great fishes, and 153. And for all there were so many, yet was not the net broken. They have corrected the first mistake they made 3 years ago when the Lord first met them, and the net broke and someone escaped. This time around, they say, you are a liar, you are not breaking. Nothing will escape. Even if it means to use ordinary hands, surround all of the whole, they will surround it and carry it and get it to the land. So that was exactly what they did. And nothing escaped. Nothing. Now they are more matured. Now they are more enlightened spiritually. Possibly they know how to pray some prayers now. They know how to tackle some things. So nothing break and nothing escaped. And brethren, for us, in case some have escaped and even gone back to the waters, don't worry yourself. The Lord, look at how we are going to pray today. Look at how we are going to pray. In Jeremiah chapter 16, look at verse 16. This is the Lord speaking. He said, behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord. Don't worry, I have fishermen. Do you know they are fishermen of heaven? Angelic beings. Do you know there are angels of water? Angelic beings. He said, I will send you fishermen from heaven. He said, I will send fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. All the opportunities that escaped, all the blessings that escaped from our hands, that fell back into the sea of humanity and multitude of men, the angels of God shall fish all of them out for us tonight. And they will bring everything back to us. He said, in case some of them even mysteriously transformed, and the fishers cannot get them, they went into the land and enter bush. He said, don't worry yourself, I will send hunters. He said, I have hunters too. I will send many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, wherever they enter, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rock. They will get them for us. This is the prayer we are going to pray here tonight. And we shall recover every good thing that the Father released unto us in the past years, that the enemies caused to slip off from our hands, that the enemies did not allow us to get them, that the attack was so severe, so much, that we couldn't get them home. Let's close our eyes now and begin to talk to the Lord. First of all, let's repent of any carelessness, personal carelessness, where we were careless in handling the fish, where we were careless in handling the opportunities, where we didn't do what the Lord wanted us to do. Look at Ahab. Every opportunity was given to him. The first day of the battle, they killed 100,000. The ones that escaped, wall fell upon them, 27,000 dead. All those things, you should have known that God is creating something for me here. God is fighting this battle for me. God is the one creating all these opportunities for me to have victory. And now, the biggest fish of all of them came right before him, right into his chariot, and then he made a covenant with him. Lord, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Lord. I am deeply sorry, my Father. Forgive me. Where I carelessly, and foolishly allowed the fish of blessing that you gave me in the past years to slip away from my hand and went back into the waters again. You, my fishing net, that you are broken already. You, my fishing net, that you cannot hold any blessing. I replace you now with a brand new one, with a superior one, right from heaven. Yes, you, my fishing net, that you are torn already. You are broken everywhere. And you cannot hold anything. You cannot hold any blessing. You cannot hold any fish. Everything that comes into you, they go out again. I replace you today with a brand new one from heaven, with a superior one from heaven. My God and my Father, I cry out now. Give me a new net. Give me a brand new net for this brand new year. Father, give me a brand new net, Lord. I beg you, my Father, give me a brand new net, a superior net, a fishing net that can never break. I beg for a brand new net, my Father. Give me the net of fire. Give me the net of heaven that can never break. You that power, you that name under this heaven, making me to fish from day to day, from week to week, from month to month, from year to year, and catch nothing. Wherever you are, I locate you now, and I shoot you. I shoot you now with my machine gun. Whosoever you are, whatsoever you are, yes, oh yes, you're that man, you're that woman, living or dead. You're that power, you're that name, you're that secret, that you are following me around everywhere I go. You don't allow me to catch any fish. I will toil day and night, and you will not allow me to catch any fish. Wherever you are now, I lift up my bazooka and I blow you up. Wow! I blow you up now with my bazooka. The Father said, pray like this. He said, pray like this. He said, you that man, you that woman, living or dead, that anytime I am about to catch a big fish, anytime I catch a big fish, you will appear. You will show your face in my dream. Wherever you are now, I transform into the spirit. I lift up my weapon and I surprise you. I shred you. Look. Wow! The Father said, pray like this. He said, I am with you in this battle. He said, I will fight for you. He said, cry like this unto me. And say, you that man, you that woman, living or dead, that you swore, you made covenant, you took an oath, you did everything under this heaven, and you said that you will never allow me to catch any fish in this life. I call you now by your name. I appear to you suddenly, and I cut you in pieces. Wow! Wow! The Father said, cry like this. He said, my God and my Father, change my battle. Father, change me. Change my weapon. Change my battle. Wow! You're the woman that it is what you did that is not allowing me to catch any fish and get it home. It's your pronouncement, your curses, your sorcery, your witchcraft, your wicked mind following me up and down that is not allowing me to catch any fish or blessing and materialize it in my life. Wherever you are now, I appear to you in a way you can never recognize me, and I slaughter you. Wow! 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 Wow!
Thank you for watching. If this message blessed you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join our growing community of faith. If you are in London area, we invite you to fellowship with us. Otherwise, visit www.pastorhillary.org, where you will get the full prayers that follow this message and download our app. Diadem Media for more life-changing resources, and stay connected with us for your journey of spiritual growth. Until next time, may God bless you abundantly and guide you in all your ways.